Do you remember the night that we first met in person? I remember when we locked eyes by that fire, the feeling that surged through my body, that moment that will always be burned in my memory. We looked at each other and it felt like I had known you my whole life. And I knew you felt the same way too. It was a moment that caused so many raw emotions that I did not think I was ever going to feel all at once. Attraction, vulnerability, familiarity, hope. I still fail to capture that comprehensive feeling into words, but I could only describe it as a predecessor to love.
Now, I'm sure we're all aware that Swati and John connected on LinkedIn, and that's where their story kind of started. Clearly, for Swati, the dating apps weren't working. So she had to resort to going after one of her students.
Allow me to set the scene. It was April 8th, 2021, and Swati faced a predicament. Show up for her friend's wedding welcome dinner or show up for her teaching job at University of Washington. In true Swati fashion, she didn't have to choose. She could do it all. She attended my wedding welcome without any mention of needing to teach a class. 6 courses with 6 wine pairings later, Swati excused herself from the table and told the group she would be right back. She had to go teach. For fun, let's view this from John's perspective. Swati, although always timely for class, looked different that night. Not only was Swati an incredibly talented and insightful professor, but she was a smoke show dolled up for a night out. With a few words out of Swati's mouth and a class led primarily by the TA, John knew Swati's secret. Swati's night out had actually started before class, but she still managed to show up. This night is when I'd like to think John saw Swati in another way. He didn't know it then, but this was the night he knew that this professor was the whole package. And now we're here to celebrate the loving couple as they embark on their next chapter.
I was among the small group that was there when Swati and John met in person for the first time in Washington in Walla Walla. So we were all in Washington together, and we were all going to the wineries, and we were all having a good time. And, you know, John shows up to a house full of people that have known each other for 10 plus years and fearlessly showed up nonetheless. And he had to weather a lot of incredibly inappropriate questions that you would never ask somebody that you met the first time that day. But nonetheless, he handled himself with grace and dignity and good humor.
I want to commend John. Obviously, Swati had told me about their dating on LinkedIn and told me how ridiculous the fact that they've spent months spending on LinkedIn and she didn't know how to move it to the next level. But I commend John. He drove up, all the way to Walla Walla, where Swati was surrounded by all of her best friends. John came into the Lions Inn all by himself with no fear.
Swati was careening from one person to the next, just sure that something was wrong with him, saying, "What's wrong with him? Something's got to be wrong with him." And all of us just spent our time reassuring her, "I don't think there is anything wrong with him."
You know, I told Swati, you know, when she came to ask me what was wrong with him, I told him, if you do find something wrong with him, let me know, because I will take him if you don't. So, but ultimately, like, I'm very happy for you guys. You guys are the perfect couple.
After a long night of reassuring her that please don't sabotage yourself, give him a chance. I know you heard that last time. This time, give him a chance. And John left that night. And the next morning, we all woke up. I was making breakfast, and John showed back up. And I remember going up to him, and I shook his hand, and I said, "I am very glad to see you again." And just as then, and certainly now, I am very glad to see you both here. So, congratulations.
How do you feel about Swati getting married today?
I'm so happy for her. I'm so happy.
I found you. Two worlds collided.
When we first met, I had almost convinced myself that there was no such thing as a perfect partner. Yet somehow, in the most isolating times of the world, I found the most sweet, caring, devoted, handsome gentleman who had eyes only for me, even from 3,000 miles away.
Now I promise you, I will love you forever.
John, you're my ride or die. The only person who will willingly drive us into the city for 3 hours back and forth in the same day just so that I can have a dinner in town, even though you lived in the cutest harbor town. I love you so much, and know that no matter what happens, as long as we are together, we'll always make it through, because look at how far we've come in just this last couple of years.
I love you. Now that we've made it here, to this fire, with another memory to be burned into existence, and those memories and those emotions have transformed to passion, strength, trust, and undauntedness. Swati, you make me feel truly loved, and I promise to always love you and make you feel as incredible as I feel standing in front of you here today. I will continue to cherish and protect everything you have given and will give to me, including the Swati giggles. I live for the Swati giggles and always will. I love you.
I vow to love you with the same determination and confidence you've given me. Making this commitment to you is one of the easiest but honest decisions of my life, because without you, I am incomplete. From hot student in a Zoom box to hot husband standing next to me, I cannot wait to marry you and start the next part of our lives together.
John, I want to say just may your troubles be less, may your blessings be more, and nothing but happiness come through your door. Congrats, you're married. You did it! We made it!
For anybody out there who's ever competed with, debated, or joined forces with John, you're all aware keenly of one thing. He really, 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 really wants to win. Board games, card games, pool, beanbags, go-karts, basketball, can jam, beer pong, ping pong, foosball. Take your pick. John goes all out for everything. And his brother Riley knows this the best about him.
No matter what we competed in, whether it was sports, board games, academics, racing, grocery carts and stores, or even trying to appear taller in pictures together, he would never go easy on me. John wanted to be the best.
I know we're having a little fun with John's winning ways, but to be fair, his determination and drive has really worked out for him in many, many ways. John set out to win something that meant the world to him, and he won. You see, he set out to win Swati's heart. And here we are. Congratulations.
Swati, I know you will be the perfect partner for my brother because he's always wanted the best, and that must mean you are the best in his world. I'm so happy you two have found each other. May your love and future be fulfilled with happiness and endless possibilities. I love you both.
To Brogan Goyle, Swati, and John, to the happy couple.
Cheers. I love you both. Cheers to everybody for being here. Celebrate.
To the happy couple, may your life be as filled with adventure as our college years. May your conversations be as genuine as our Austin years. And may you always remember to show up for one another with whatever life throws your way. I love you both.